Good evening, we'll go ahead and start. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes held from January 25th.
I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll second it.
Move to second, all in favor? Next item is discuss the sale on 43 Gagnon Road.
We had the closing, week before last, it was on Friday, and we sold the property for $23,000. By the time we ended up paying the property taxes and the brokerage fee on it, the town ended up with about $15,000. And so what I wanted to discuss with is basically what you would like, what would you like to do with that $15,000? We've got, one of the thoughts is we've got a budget that's different than it was last year. We're looking at, right now, before we do anything with third-party requests and special requests with an increase of about $64,000 to our tax line. One of the thoughts is taking that $15,000 and buying that money down a little bit with it, putting it into a revenue. Another thought that came up, Don and I talked today a little bit about it, and putting it into the new building fund or facilities fund. So, and that would bring us back up to the $150,000 that we had before we started with this project here. Or we could put it into fund equity. But I need some direction from the council where that money should go. And I'd like to open that up to discussion.
I'm sorry.
You took some money for the help for this building here out of that fund that we'd saved to buy some future property. I'm not sure what we called it. Maybe you remember.
It was, we had two of them. I can look it up if you
Well,
want.
that's all right. But I was just thinking it'd be good to put that small amount back in there, because we took out, I can't remember how much it was. Was it 50,000 or 100,000 or something to keep?
We had 150,000 total that we used, and we used two accounts. We closed one account out total. And we left another account, and we're currently up to 135,000 in that account, and that's to address future building needs if that's where the committee wants to go.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, I guess I'd agree. We set the precedent, and precedents are nothing more than the first time you do it. Several years ago, when we had some foreclosed property, we decided at that point it would make sense to put it into a building fund, leave it there so that we could tell the community when we got to that point that we've already saved money, we don't have to borrow everything, and I think it got a lot of favorable reaction from the community.
Right.
So I guess I would, second that and say, put it into that same fund. We know we're gonna have to do some work, most likely on the fire department next, and that'll give us a head start, so we don't have to go back and borrow as much money.
Any thoughts on that, Harold?
And also, if we get a chance to buy some property that we've been looking at, there would be some money in that fund that we could look at to do that.
Absolutely. Okay.
I think that's where it should go.
So you made a motion?
I made a motion and we put it in, I can't remember what you called it now,
New
Building
building
reserve?
fund. New building
new,
fund.
new property fund, a new building fund. I'd make a motion.
Second.
All in favor? That was a lot of discussion on that one.
That was perfect.
Is that house beside that building also going up for sale? It hasn't been plowed, and there's notes on the door.
Well, it's still under foreclosure with the bank,
Oh, is it?
and it's all tied up in court, so I don't know where that's
I
going.
just didn't know, I just had to see it.
It probably will at some point.
Yeah.
Bank's still paying the property taxes to my knowledge, so we haven't got it yet.
Item number 3, to accept the drug forfeiture for,
We have another forfeiture. This one's for $1,700, and it's the same process that we used before. And for the court to release that money to the town of Oakland, we need to have approval from our town council. And I have a place for everybody to sign on the bottom of that. If you want to accept that.
Did you have any uses picked out for that yet, if and when we do get it?
The drug forfeiture?
Yeah.
It'll go into the drug forfeiture account for the police department, which is designated for police equipment.
Yeah, I know in the past they bought some of that.
To my knowledge, we don't have anything at this point.
But I think in the past they bought some of the equipment, vests or whatever they need.
Yeah, they may do that. I mean, we've talked about different purchases that the PD would canned a couple of them because of the way the budget was.
Yeah.
And so this could be something that's used to do that. One of the items was replacing their handguns. It's recommended that they get changed out every 10 years. And because of salt and sand and everything that gets into these things and they wear. And they've had these, I think, since 2002, so they've gone beyond the 10-year mark. And they ended up getting a quote for $1,500 to replace all the guns. And that was 10 Glock Model 21s. And, but we decided that this wasn't the year to do that. So it may be something that they are able to move forward on. And
Trade them in and that's what it
Yeah,
would cost.
trade them in, it's basically $150 a gun, which is pretty cheap money.
Yeah.
But still, it's $1,500 that I'm told we could afford. And, the Glock is really pushing hard for law enforcement, so they're giving good deals to the towns and stuff. So, I don't know if that's gonna be where it's spent, but that's one possibility. And,
Done.
I'm not making a recommendation, but just asking, would that money also be something that could be used for the expenses for our resource officers to go to that conference?
Well, I don't believe that it's specifically worded that way. I know that the council had voted on how to spend this money, and it was for equipment uses for the police department. How we're paying for that, the RSU 18 has agreed to split that bill with us. And, yeah, that was good. And how we're paying for that is we have an alcohol grant, underage drinking grant, which this qualifies for. So it's the town's portion is really not going to have a cost to the taxpayers.
Okay. Thank you.
From the town's part, you know, I mean, RSU 18 obviously taxpayer money.
Item number 4.
Do you need to have a motion and second on that, or is it
Sorry?
just sufficient to?
I make a motion, we accept that money from the grant, the forfeiture.
Second by Buzz, all in favor? Thank you. Next item, discuss allowing the Fairfield ATV Club access to the Oakland end of the Gagnon Club.
Okay, that may have resolved itself. I talked to Michelle Llewellyn today. She called me back up a few weeks ago and was explaining to me that their ATV club was trying to reroute their trail. And what they wanted to do was to pop out on that intersection of Fairfield Street, Gagnon Road, where the snowmobile trail is, and they were gonna run on the side of the Gagnon Road all the way up to 10 lots. I think you've got a copy of that map there. So, I had some concerns about it, and my concern was one, that sharp corner that's on Gagnon Road, because that's a blind corner. You get two cars that hit at the same time, you've got an ATV out there at 10 o'clock at night, you can end up with something, a real big problem. But it sounds to me, I talked to Michelle today, and this ATV club is actually applying for a state permit to run down 23, but only on the Fairfield side. So they're gonna pop out of that field on Mushrose property, and they'll hit 23 on the Fairfield side, head up to the 6 Rod Road, and do the same thing just in Fairfield. So we're kind of taken out of that equation, so this could be a dead horse. The only way that this could come back to discussion is if the state refuses their permit. And then they're gonna come back and go with Plan A. So, just have it in the back of your mind, you know, there's a process that I think we need to go through on this, and you guys have been through it before, because we have ATV access routes in town. And, you know, public hearing and notifying all the people on the Gagnon Road and letting them know what's happening, so.
That's all I was gonna suggest. It was the last time we had this, we did announce a public hearing, and we had most of the residents of Summer Street in here that night.
Yeah.
So could you take a second and just sort of trace the map, show where they asked for it and where they're
Yeah.
potentially gonna do instead?
Let me get my bearings on this.
Right where it says Fairfield Center is where that real dark black line starts.
That's,
John.
Yeah, so what they're gonna do, Don, if you go by the Otterville, there's a line right here. This is coming up through the field, and then Gagnon Road, they wanna run all the way up the Gagnon Road and all the way down 10 Lots Road, or Davis Road, 10 Lots Road into Davis Road, and then they're gonna hit their trails that go in the north.
Water refilling that way. And instead, they're potentially going up 23 to the 6 Rod Road.
Yeah, our property line's not far down the Route 23 in the Fairfield, so they're just gonna go and access 23 on the Fairfield side to keep the two towns out of it. Because there's a chance one town say yes and one town says no.
Is that, well, that's a state road, they don't have to go to the towns, they can go to the state on it.
Well, Michelle said that first they have to get the permit through the state, and then Fairfield will have to have a public hearing so that people can voice their opinions, and the state will be involved in that. And if people are okay with it, then the state's gonna authorize the
Because
permit.
we have a short piece of that that is in Oakland.
Yeah, but they're gonna keep out of the Oakland, because there's a chance when you got two towns that both towns may not go in the same direction for them, so if they can keep it in one town, the chances of making it happen.
But that trail comes right at the four-way intersection now, so they must be gonna come out down the road a ways
Yeah.
down by Mushrow's
Yeah, they're
house.
gonna come out by Paul Marshall
Paul's
Ball's
house.
house, the little driveways down there.
We have across the field down the valley, so. Don't mind, we'll go down.
Yeah.
So we may end up with this in our lap again. Michelle didn't seem to think so, she thought things were gonna go okay, well, unless the public hearing goes wrong. If that does, then I can look for an alternative route.
I know they used to come right out, right at the end of Six Rod Road. That's where the trail always came out, and went right across and up Six Rod Road, so.
Yeah, and they're trying to shoot back out there again.
But they, I think just misuse of it, they lost it, but, I don't quote me on that, but. I know, but it was,
Don't have to quote him.
yeah, no, that's what I heard, so I don't know,
Yeah.
but I know the trail signs are all there and it's closed off, so.
Yeah.
All set with that? Moving on to the manager's report, tour of the FWM tour.
Okay, I went up and I met with the manager up at FWM, and they would entertain a tour anytime you want. The only problem is that their kitchen display portion won't be completed until the spring. So it might be in our benefit to wait until that's completed, because that's supposed to be pretty impressive when it's done. And, but if you'd like to see it beforehand, it's still a pretty impressive facility. I'll leave that decision up to you.
I would just assume wait to see it all in its entirety, at
Okay.
least what it is at this point.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. I think the main reason to visit is to show them that we're interested anyway, so we'll wait
Well,
till
they
they're
were pretty
ready.
impressed that you guys wanted to come up and look at it, to be honest with you. The young man who's running it, seems like he's real pleasant, and, told me that you guys, the first thing he thought was something was wrong. I told him, no, they just want to come up and,
But I think it shows them that we're interested and
Get this
we
report.
appreciate him coming here.
yeah. Okay, so I will take care of that. 21 Railroad Ave, I talked to the real estate broker yesterday on this, and, we're gonna be closing on that property probably within the next month. That's gonna net us a little bit more than what Gagnon Road did, and, we'll have to make a decision what we're gonna do with the funds from that. That comes around. So that's pretty much the update. Gazebo updates, I don't know if anybody's been following that, but we're up to $18,200. I just talked with, Summit Gas, they're planning on the checks in the mail for another 500, we should be up over $19,000, we get, some money coming in on it. One thing that I wanted to discuss, and I've said it before, and I really would like to talk about this tonight if I can. I've given you all a sheet of paper showing where we are with the swim area reserve. We got $61,711 in that. That money has been set aside to develop the swimming area. So this is exactly what this money is designed for. And one of the thoughts that I've had, is this project is coming to the point where we're gonna be able to do something with it fairly quick. I would like to personally take $10,000 out of that account and apply it to this gazebo project, so we have town buy-in on it. We've got a lot of excitement that's generated on this. That will put us into a point where we can actually order the gazebo kit. The longer we wait on this kit, the more the price increases on it. And we get that into place, you know, and we'll have a little bit of money left over, but I see that we're probably gonna be building this thing this summer. It's gonna take a couple of days from our crew to do the site work on it. AJ is actually gonna do the construction of the kit, and I'm working right now on trying to find somebody to donate the cement foundation work on it. And if we can get that done, then we'll have the gazebo up and running midsummer. I'd like to have it done by Oak Fest, because Holly McKenzie can run a triathlon out of that. So I'd like to have some discussion, pros and cons, get some input for the council, and find out where your thoughts are on this. I'm not asking for a vote tonight, I just wanna start really putting this on everybody's mind. If you don't think it's a good idea, we gotta talk about it, so we know where we're gonna go on this. So, anybody interested in bringing up the conversation, or starting the conversation?
I'm good with that. I think that would improve the swim area, which that whole park is all, they swim in a little piece of it, but they use the whole park. Families do, sitting around there, so it's, just like they do Pleasant Point, they sit all around there, different places, and enjoy the place, so I wouldn't have no problem with that. I think that's justifiable as being for the swim area, to me.
And that's certainly Doug's perspective on it. He thinks that we should take it out of there. Dylan, you had something on your mind?
I guess I wanna have some input from Eric in regards to if we had $10,000 to do a project either at Pleasant Point or the swim area that would be beneficial to the rec program, I'd like to ask him first, so that we don't have anybody coming back and say, well, gee, we've been looking to do this, but we never had any money, and now all of a sudden we've got this money for the gazebo. So I just wanna make sure that we don't have other projects maybe in the wings that may be just as good or haven't been presented because there was a fear that, the funding would be tough to get. I think, again, it would support the property, but I'm not quite sure what our part should be in at this particular time. I think we have to do some of that due diligence before we
Right.
keep discussing.
And that's why I wanna have this conversation, because I wanna see where our council is sitting on this. Because, I think we've got a lot of momentum right now with this committee. And I think the anticipation is that we're going to be able to build this summer. If the town finds a reason not to go and throw some money into it, then it will probably put the project off until next summer. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. But that's kind of where we're at with it. And,
Where do we stand as far as the effort to raise money? Are they still, do they feel that they've sort of hit a wall, they've gotten all they can get?
we've hit all the big companies in town, and we've hit a lot of, we've had money from out of town that's come in too, but it is starting to slow down. Things are starting to change a little bit, and I think it might be the end of the year, the tax thing is, the advantage of taking advantage of the taxes over with, for this year, and I think that, we have other ideas. Even if the town puts 10,000 in, it gives us up to 29. We're guessing we need 35 to complete the project. That could be a little low, could be a little high, we don't know, because we have a commitment to anybody who's donated $500 or more to recognize them permanently at the gazebo. And we're trying to come up with an idea that lasts for as long as the gazebo's down there. That in itself is gonna present a cost. We want lighting, and we get a lot of these costs worked out. We're thinking 35 is gonna cover everything. But it'd be nice to have a little bit of cushion there on this project. And, in
So,
which case, that money.
This will bring us up to,
29,000.
and the intent would be to buy the kit?
The kit, when we originally quoted, was $20,800 for the one that we wanted. We had a 2017 price increase. We've gone through the kit, and we want to replace the coated hardware with stainless steel hardware, because this is a commercial gazebo that will last us for a long time. So with the upgrades that we're bringing to the table on it, we're looking at a price closer to $25,000 for the kit. This is a 30-foot gazebo, commercial grade, 7x7 posts on it. It's an 8-sided gazebo. I can't remember what the deck it on, and it's engineered for snow load and main, and it's engineered for 100 mile an hour shear loads on wind coming off the lake, 100 mile an hour winds off the lake. So it's going to be built specific for that location. It comes kit form, we have to assemble it.
The question, I guess, though, is if we have 19, I think you said, and we add 10 to that, we're up to 29,
29.
we still have to raise
Another 6,000.
6,000. what if we don't raise that 6,000
We will.
by summertime?
We're trying to brainstorm that right now, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have dance down there, just sell tickets for it. A pre-construction dance, and then a post-construction dance in the gazebo. So they're coming up with ideas to raise that and have refreshments, charge $10-15 a head for it. Have a decent band come in there and do something with us, and I think that there's some really thoughts going on how we can raise this, the rest of it. And we still got money in the books that are pledges that we haven't collected on.
I guess I just wanna make sure if we put the money out and we purchase the kit, that we're not coming back 2 months later and saying, well, we still need to pay 2,000 for cement, we don't have it, we can't start the project until.
I don't foresee that being a problem. We get the kit, we're always gonna have the kit. This is gonna happen for us, but we gotta buy that kit first. I mean, that kit can sit down here for 2 years if we need it to. You know, the rest of it's gonna be easy going. That's the big purchase item.
Do you think any of your, I guess, commercial donors that, where you're getting this close, that, are there any that, you know, a lot of them, when you only had $10, you know, a lot of them might say, well, I'll wait a while.
Yeah.
But now that you're, you know, within a few $1,000s.
We've had a couple of companies talk with us and tell us that if you need more, come back and see me.
Yeah.
And we've had some really generous donations. I mean, some of the banks have really helped us out. We've had a couple of our larger companies in town that's really stepped up to the plate to help
But
us.
when you get that close, I would think maybe some of the businesses might wanna kick in, and, well, it's right near the end like that.
Yeah. There's more yaysayers than naysayers on this project.
Yeah.
I mean, the naysayers are concerned about vandalism, they're concerned about kids hanging out down there and being a place, you know, so you're gonna get that. I don't care what gazebo there is in the state of Maine, you can't let that stop you, because I truly believe this is gonna be, you know, an addition to the quality of life. I mean, it's such a unique item to offer, you know. I lived in Vermont, they had music in the park, up in the little town that I had, a gazebo, and what it was every Wednesday night, you count on some kind of either classical music or not rock and roll, it was easy listening stuff, and people would bring their lawn chairs and blankets, and they'd sit out there and they'd listen to that, and it just, you know, we have so many lake people, and every one of these lake people own a boat. And, you know, I can see them coming up and rafting up out there and listening to this stuff like they do at Coppice.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna add just a little different flavor to what we have down there. You know, there's concerns about the parking and the space, but that's what we have to work with. And, you know, it's close by, I think the security would be easier with that location than out at Pleasant Point Park, because you can't get down in there, they'd own that down there. Here, I mean, you get security lights out there, somebody walks on, lights pop on,
And you got neighbors very close there,
you
too.
got neighbors, people, and she always calls, when I was working on the lights, if there was a problem down there, so.
You know, we can't not build things for the town just because we're worried about them being vandalized.
No, it's gonna happen, you have to build it into it.
We wouldn't have
It's gonna
anything.
happen. You know,
I think that if we're going out and getting money from people, and we procrastinate and put it off another year, I think we're this close, I think we try to attack it and do it this year. And I think then you're gonna find people that wanna have weddings out there, and if they can, you know, get a wedding there, you know, and it might not be, you know, nowadays, a lot of people aren't doing these huge weddings, they're just getting their families and boom, done and moving
It's
on.
truly not an ideal location for weddings, because there's so much traffic, boat traffic going in there, and people, you know, swimming and stuff. I see that happening once in a while.
That's what I'm saying, but they might wanna hold other things in there. I'm just saying, but we've gone out and we've told them we're gonna build a gazebo. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's not sit, because if Key Bank donated money, they wanna see their name on the plaque. If Peoples, Camden, any one of them, they wanna see the name on the plaque,
They're gonna put it there.
you know, but they wanna see that. So I don't think we procrastinate any longer,
Mm-hmm.
and we look into it, get a hold of Eric, which I think is a good idea. 'Cause,
Yeah, I think it's a good
you
idea.
know, because we might be missing something, but I bet 10 to 1 we're not. And I bet Eric will think, you know what, that's gonna be far more important than, you know, new volleyballs.
Eric's a little apprehensive about putting it down there, because of the vandalism. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a concern.
You know,
And
well, we could put it right outside here.
I don't think that's,
Shouldn't be any
the
vandalism
issue
right here.
becomes more if Eric or if the rec program wanted something for swimming and we've been putting it off because
Yeah.
we didn't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah.
And like you said, that probably isn't the case, but if we we
That's a
don't bring it
good
up
question.
first.
I think it is a good question. I have no issues bringing it up there. That's why I just want to talk about it. I don't want to vote on this, I don't want to rush it in. I've got, Madeline is aware that the town, I'm gonna bring this up for discussion, so she wants to know how this conversation goes, and I told her that I wasn't gonna ask for a vote. I said I just want this to be a nuts and bolts type discussion, so I can get a feel how the council feels about it. We got time on our side on this, as far as a couple more months before we have to do anything, and, so. But, so you know where I'm coming from, where the committee's coming from, and it sounds like we're pretty much on the same page on this. And we've got the money that's specifically designated for one of our beaches, and I think this is gonna add to it, so it certainly qualifies for it. Okay, good.
And yeah, I couldn't tell how many times I go home right by there and I see, the cops in there during the summer. So it's not as if it's not.
It's a hot spot, and, it gets hot out there temperature-wise, and you take a 30-foot dodecadon, you could put 10, 15 picnic tables in there. So, they actually have a place to have lunch in the shade, and, they'll use that. Because it's almost a giant circle, the sides are so small on it. There's a lot of square footage in those.
Very good.
And the uses you're looking for are mainly not the times when boats and swimmers would be there. I mean, so the park, and you wouldn't have boats parked there and swimmers in the evening much, so,
My plan is to come up with an ordinance, and the ordinance will dictate what we charge for it, if people want to use it, for weddings. The other thing that I want to look at is timeframes, where if you have a musical event, a time that we need to have it end, be respectful of the residents in the
Right.
area, because that's a big concern. Eric Sharp was one of them that had that concern. He lives across the lake, and that music goes right up into his house. So I think that if we shut it down at 9 o'clock at night, it's probably a respectful time to do that. Older people that go to the stuff don't want to stay until 10, 11 o'clock anyway, so. But
Dana, what's an older person that would go to that?
me. I'm speaking for myself on that one.
I was just wondering where that category started.
I go up there twice a year and listen to the Abbey Hall band, so I can't believe I wouldn't go down and listen to some band down there some night.
What time does the Abbey Hall band stop, roughly? Sundown?
No, 7 o'clock or so, they start at 6 and go to 7 or something like that, 7:15 or something.
Before the sun goes down.
Yes.
Not very long.
I mean, that's another thing, we could look at 8 o'clock at night, a couple hours of bands, all they wanna do. So we start at 6 and end at 8, nothing wrong with that.
I know over in Lawrence, over to Fairfield, they have a band, and the band features out there quite often.
Yeah. That's a
And they
big,
play, and I tell you, a lot of people in the park.
well, it brings people to town. It's the old days, it's bringing it back to the old times,
Yeah.
when people used to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they'll still do it.
They- You tore down Cascade Park, so they can't go there anymore.
I have a couple of other, couple of other things I'd like to talk about, and actually the timing is perfect, Mike, to have you here, because I went to a meeting, which, I'm glad you didn't go to that. You probably would have had a little bit of time. I went to a meeting, and what it was a bunch of municipal managers and some state representatives, and Scott Surway was actually the only senator there. And the plan was to discuss the governor's budget and the real impact, if passed as it is, on municipal budgets. And I've given you some outlines there. I just wanted to go over this so that everybody's aware of it. I'm sure Mike, you could probably get a good handle on it because you're working with this stuff. Just to kind of break it down, we've got a sheet here from Ken Fletcher. He did a good job kind of going through this, showing the impact on the towns. And basically, all these items will impact the taxpayers that are in town. Start right off the top, municipal revenue sharing. It was originally started at 5% for the state of Maine. It was enacted in 1972 to reduce property tax burden and to assist in funding the state mandates imposed on municipalities. Well, in 2009, they reduced that from 5% down to 2%, which had a real impact on property tax because the municipalities lost that money. And instead of going back to 5%, and that was just a temporary reduction, the governor wants to permanently lock it in to a 2% level. So that was one of the concerns, and I'm just sharing what I learned at this meeting. One of the other issues that are on is the K-12 education at 55%. Currently, it's at 47.18%, which is $253 million less than the 55% standard, which that has a real impact on our property